bestrobo.in, your favorite robotic and electronics store in India.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mifratech. Today in this section we learn about MQ2 gas sensor. So this is how a gas sensor will look like. So it has mainly, as you can see, 3 pins or 4 pins. One is the VCC, this where we will provide a power supply. Will provide between 3 to 5 volts. Generally will provide 5 volt DC supply. Then ground pin. Next we have a D0, this is the digital output, and A0 analog output. It can give out detected values in both analog and digital format also, and it has a potentiometer. As you can see, this is in order to adjust the sensitivity of the gas sensor, and it has a power LED. This will glow whenever we will provide power supply to this MQ2 gas sensor. And there is a digital output LED, so whenever it is detecting the smoke or any gas detection is it is detecting means this digital output LED will glow. So these are the different things present in this MQ2 gas sensor. So the MQs there is a series of gas sensor are there like MQ2. So they are mainly used in order for the gas detection. So in all those gas sensors there will be like a small heater inside. Small heater will be present inside that with an electrochemical sensor. So what happens is they are sensitively they are sensitive for a range of gases, and they are used in indoors at a room temperature. So they have a sensitive material inside of them for a particular gases. So whenever those gases will come in contact with those sensors, the sensors will detect those gases. So the output is an analog signal, and then can be read with analog input of Arduino. So some modules have a built-in variables sensor to adjust the sensitivity of the sensor. So the potentiometer can be used in order to adjust the sensitivity of this MQ2 gas sensor. So why we are using this MQ2 gas sensor? What particularly what type of gases it will detect means it is mainly used for a smoke detection. So and for the flammable gases like LPG gas detection it will do, a butane gas, a propane and methane. So these are the 4 different gases it particularly detect, and smoke detection also it will do. So how does a gas sensor will work means when a tin dioxide, that is a semiconductor particles which is heated in the air at high temperature, oxygen is observed on the surface. So inside it has a heater, as I told earlier itself, so that will be given at a high temperature. So in a clean air what happens is the donor electrons in the inside that tin oxide are rarely attracted towards the oxygen. So when there is no gas detection or gas leakage or anything, there is no gas particles present in means the normal oxygen will be there. So that are rarely attracted by these heat particles that are generated using this inside this sensor. So which are observed on the surface of the sensing material. This is prevent the electric current flow. So in the presence of is there any gas leakage or gas particles is present, what happens means the surface density that is observed, the oxygen decreases as it reacts with the reducing gases. So the electrons are released into the tin dioxide at that moment. So whenever the gases will come in contact with the surface of that sensor, the electrons are released into the tin dioxide, allowing the currents to flow freely through the sensor. So at that moment whenever it detects the gas, the current will freely flow through the sensor, and at that time gas will be detected. Like this internally this gas sensor will work. So what are the different features of this MQ2 means it mainly works with the operating voltage between 3 to 5. Generally will provide a 5 volts DC supply in order to turn on the MQ2 gas sensor. It can be used to measure detect LPG or alcohol, propane, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, or even methane, or smoke detection, any gas detection it can do. So analog output voltage 0 to 5 volts it has. A digital output is also 0 to 5 volts. The preheat duration will be 20 seconds it will take in order to generally it has to heat. Generally it has a heater inside, as I told. In order to start detecting, generally it takes a 20-second duration initially. It can be used as an analog or a digital sensor because it can give both the values. So the sensitivity of the digital pin can be varied using potentiometer, as I shown earlier. So what are the technical details means operating voltage is 5 volts. It has a load resistance of 20 kilo ohm. Heater resistance will be 33 ohm, plus or 5 minus 5 variations will be there. Heating consumption is less than 800 milliwatt, and sensing resistance is between 10 to 60 kilo ohm is there. The concentration slope is 200 to 10,000 ppm, parts per million is there. The preheat time, as I told, over 24 hours. So next we'll see how to interface this MQ2 gas sensor with Arduino microcontroller. So as I shown you earlier, it has 4 pins: VCC, ground, analog output and digital output. So we'll connect VCC pin to 5 volts, that is 5 volts pin of Arduino Uno microcontroller. This pin powered a 5 volts supply to the gas sensor. Next, ground pin will connect to ground of Arduino Uno. Next, analog output I have connect to pin number another analog, that is A0 of Arduino Uno microcontroller, in order to in order to get the values gas values detected from the gas sensor. I have shown you how to connect digital pin also. So digital output I have connected to digital pin of Arduino Uno, that is pin number 8. So in the program we will see how to do that. In the program I am using any one, either analog or digital. So this is the program in order to like a sample program in order to interface this MQ2 gas sensor with Arduino. So first I am defining the pin number. So I have connected this MQ2 pin number to A0, that is the analog pin of I am using the analog pin here. So that I have defined. After that I am declaring a variable, as it is giving the analog values continuously. I am declaring a float variable here, float sensor value. After that I have to do the setup. So I am as finally my output will be like displayed in the serial monitor. So what I am doing is I am setting the baud rate here. Serial.begin of 9600 is the baud rate. After that, in the serial monitor I am printing gas sensor is warming up. So initially I have to give a 20 second of delay. So initially that is heating to happen. So after that only it will starts detecting the sensor. So delay of 20,000 millisecond is nothing but 20 second, 20,000 millisecond means. After that in the loop I am writing the code, because this has to be executed, it has to detect the gas continuously. So sensor value, as you can see, I have connected to analog pin. So I am using analog read of MQ2 pin. So A0 pin I have connected. So from that A0 pin, that's whatever the values sensed by the sensor, I am collecting and storing the another variable sensor value. So after that will print the values collected by the controller in the serial monitor. So serial.print of sensor value I am printing. So if that whatever the values is coming, the gas is gas sensor, MQ2 gas sensor is detected, that will be I am printing in the serial monitor. I am checking the condition. If the sensor value is greater than 300 means the concentration of gas is high. At that moment what I am printing is serial print smoke is detected. Whenever the concentration of gas is high, I am printing that in the serial monitor smoke is detected. After that I am giving a 2000 milliseconds, that is 2 seconds of delay. So this is the simple program in order to connect MQ2 gas sensor to Arduino microcontroller and next reading the values. So next we will see how to the output will look like. So as you can see here, gas sensor is warming up after 20 seconds of delay. So gas sensor is detecting the gas values and it is printing the values. As you can see, it is analog values. So it is initially giving all the values I am printing. So whenever the values become whenever there is a smoke, gas values concentration is high and it is greater than 300. So as you can see, value become 307. At that time the printing smoke is detected like that. So whenever it is greater than 300, I am printing smoke detected. Like that you can connect this MQ2 gas sensor in order to detect different types of gases like LPG or butane, propane, methane, different type of gas values it can detect. So you can make use of in different applications. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you.